shit, sorry. Hey guys. So today we're going to talk about how to swear in English. First of all, in a class I normally wouldn't swear at all. So normally I would only give this class to adult students if they specifically requested it. As you can tell, I'm in a bit of a different place today. I'm in my office where I'm now giving all of my classes. Personally, I think that learning swear words in other languages is very, very, very important. If we're watching a film or if we're out with some new English friends that we've made, it's going to be very difficult to understand and to keep up with the conversation if everybody's speaking in this very colloquial way and if everybody is swearing a lot. So we have to learn what the swear words mean, and we have to learn when we should and shouldn't use them. It's normally okay for us to use a new word that we've learned in a conversation, but of course with swear words it's a lot more nuanced, it's a lot more specific, and we have to be very careful that we don't upset or offend anybody. With that said, let's start. First of all, I wanted to talk about the reasons why we might swear. In general, there are 4 reasons why somebody might swear in English. To emphasize, to insult, to express shock, and to show annoyance. It's interesting because English speakers use swear words very differently to any other language that I'm aware of. It will be very strange in Spanish to hear somebody use a swear word to emphasize something. But in English we do it very, very, very often. It's very normal. For example, if we see something very big, then we might say, "Fuck, that's big." Or, "That's very big." Or something like that. Fuck, or the F word, is a word that we use to emphasize things. There are, of course, other ways to say it's very big. It's more personal preference if somebody chooses to swear or not. Some people do, some people don't. I, for example, do. I swear quite often. Another example is if we imagine in the middle of winter when it's cold, you might say, "Fuck, it's cold," or "Fucking hell, it's cold." Again, this just emphasizes that it's very cold. We have to be very careful when we swear because in general it's a lot more informal and it's a lot less polite to use swear words. The next example I'm going to give is to insult. It's very common in every language, I think, to use swear words to insult people. They're the strongest words that hurt, unfortunately, the most. If we use the F word, then we will direct it at somebody. "Fuck you" is an example. We do, however, have words for insulting people, and quite a lot of the time they vary and they change depending on country, depending on zone in the country, depending on town or city even. We might say wanker, we might say bitch, and the worst of all, cunt. But we don't always have to direct them at someone. We can just say quite a lot of them in general, and that would be more to show frustration. To express shock is the next example. This can be very similar to emphasize, but it is slightly different. We could use the word shit, or we could use the word fuck. They're both acceptable. We might say, "Shit, it's cold," or "Fuck, that's expensive," if we were expecting something to be less cold or less expensive. In other words, if we were less shocked. And finally, we use swear words to show that we are annoyed. Again, fuck and shit are amazing for this. "I missed the train, fuck." Or "Shit, I missed the train." Or maybe, a personal favourite of mine, "Oh, for fuck's sake." These are all excellent sentences to use in a colloquial, friendly setting. Of course, this class can't just be me teaching you all of the swear words in English. I also have to teach you something that you can actually use and apply to everyday life. Culturally, swear words are very weird. They're words that exist, but we're not supposed to use them. But sometimes we can. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. In general, in the UK, if you're in any kind of informal and friendly atmosphere, then it's perfectly acceptable to swear. We might swear if we're with our friends, We might swear when we're on our own, of course. But if you swear in a formal place, maybe at work or in a shop around other people, then that's not acceptable and people might get upset. Of course, if you work in a less formal place, like a factory or something like that, swearing is fine. But if you work in a more formal area, swearing is not fine. It's also strange because often if somebody who is in a position of power, like the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, if he swears, then that actually makes people like him more, because it shows people that he is like us, he is normal. Very strange. But again, in this case, if it's a person in a position of power, like a police officer, if you swear at them, then you will get in trouble. So be very, very careful who you swear to and around. The US is very different. Of course, I can't speak too much for US culture because I've never been to the country. But I think in general, people are a lot more conservative. People are a lot more acceptable of swearing and of bad language. The only way I know this is because in the US, they're not allowed to swear on TV at all, which is fucking ridiculous. So be careful if you swear around an American, because they might not like it. So, to wrap up, swearing is an important thing in any language. As a learner, you have to understand the words, know what they mean, and know when to use them. Or rather, when not to use them. If you don't understand what a swear word is, then it can get you into some very awkward situations. There will always be people who don't like swear words, and there will always be people who love swear words. That's just people. But in general, if we have in our minds that swear words are to be used around friends and nowhere else, then we'll never have anything bad happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.